All right, welcome to section 3 in Photoshop US Paper presets. So in this video, we're going to go over the presets that we're going to be learning throughout the course. So we're going to focus on the US Paper. So if we go to Print and we go to View All Presets, we're going to cover letter, legal, tabloid, clipboard, and custom. So the first one that I want to talk about is the clipboard. So if you go on your keyboard, if you're on a PC, and you hit print screen, so I'm going to do that right now, and I go to create new, and I just use the clipboard template here, and it's going to do 3840 by 1080 because I have two monitors, so it's pulling both monitors together. So if I were to pop up my calculator here, I'll show you what if I did 1920 times 2, you're going to get 3840. So I have two 1920 by 1080 monitors. That's where we're getting the 3840 by 1080. So essentially what it's doing is when you print screen, when I create a new document here with the clipboard, it's going to take on that width and that height of the print screen. So in this instance, it's going to take on the width of two monitors and the height of the monitors as well. Okay, so when I click create and I go in here and I do edit and I paste, it's going to paste in the print screen. So you can see here on the left, we have the Photoshop section of my monitor. And then on the other monitor, you can see I have Microsoft Word open with the course curriculum here. And then you can see the Movie AVI Video Suite Recorder, which I use to record my screen. So it just will show both ends, and that's really the clipboard. The clipboard just gives you the ability to print screen. Now, if I were to open up a web browser, and let's do it like this, I'm going to bring it over here. Okay, and if I go to Google, and then I do print screen here, okay, and then I go to Photoshop, and I do File New, and again I do Clipboard, because Clipboard is automatically selected because I did a print screen. Okay, so if I hit Create, and if I hit Ctrl+V this time, which is the same as doing Edit and Paste, you can see here the shortcut is Ctrl+V. So if I just do Ctrl+V, it'll paste in the two windows that I have, and you can see I have like this little parameter here of the monitor that's being recorded. So it has like an orange rectangle around it. And then this monitor is not being recorded. That's why you're only seeing this monitor here. And so then you can see my screen recorder. And then I have Firefox open in both windows. So I have two web browsers running at the same time. But what this does is when you print screen, then it creates the custom clipboard for that copying. Okay, now another example would be this. If I went into Illustrator, so I'm not going to go into Illustrator, but I'll just give you the example verbally. Okay, so if I went into Illustrator and I selected an object and then I pasted it into Photoshop with a new file, it's going to grab that resolution. So if I did File New, instead of it being 3840 by 1080, it's going to grab whatever that size of the image is. So if the image was 7 by 5 inches, it's going to create a default template with that. Now you can see here, now the clipboard is gone because the print screen has disappeared. So now if I do another print screen, let's go back to Google again, and I'm going to do print screen again, and I'll go back to Photoshop, and if I do File New, now we have that option again, okay? Because it's also in the recent items. It's not going to be in this area anyway, but once you print screen or you copy an object from another program and bring it into Photoshop, it's going to automatically grab that size of that file, of that graphic, and then bring it in here. So if I hit Create and I hit Ctrl+V and I paste that in, again, we have the same effect as before. But now you understand why it's using the clipboard effect over anything else, because what it's doing essentially is when you use the print screen or the copy and paste, then it creates a custom clipboard. And anything that you copy on the web, so if I go to Firefox and I go to Google, and I'll give you a great example. Let's grab the Google logo here, right click and save the image as. We're going to save it on the desktop. Okay, and then I want you to minimize all the applications here. Right click on the Google logo, open with Photoshop, right? So let's choose another app and let's use Photoshop. I'm going to hit OK. Now what you're going to see here is it's going to automatically use that canvas size of the image. So if I go to image and then we go to canvas size. Okay, the canvas size is 272 by 92. All right, so now if I go in here and I hit Ctrl+A and then Ctrl+C and I do File, New, what it's going to do is it's going to grab that resolution. So it's going to say, okay, the width of that logo is 270 by 90 pixels. So I'm going to hit Create, and then I'm going to hit Ctrl+V and paste in the logo. And now you can see when you bring an object in, a graphic in from another program or from the same program, it's going to automatically grab that canvas size and put it in Photoshop so that you can render it out. Okay, so that's how you use Clipboard. You can use it with any preset in Photoshop. It's not just for US paper presets, it's for any preset in Photoshop. It can be used. And the idea behind Clipboard is when you copy something from any program, what it does is it saves it to a clipboard, and then you can paste it elsewhere. Okay, so that's the idea behind it. So with that in mind, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.